All right, welcome back, Math 20-3. Hope some of these videos are being helpful in what to figure out. Now, I know there's a little bit of difficulty when you're playing with the tangent ratio or any of the ratios and you're trying to find the unknown side, okay, just because it's a manipulation of the formula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through two, hopefully in one video, but two different ways of doing it. So in this one, we need to use the tangent to find the opposite, okay? Because here's our angle that we have, okay? And we'll say our angle is going to be 45 degrees. And now what we need to do is we have to find the actual opposite side, but using the adjacent that we have. Just give me one sec. Sorry, I had to just make sure that we had the calculator on hand. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, but I'll pull it back when we're going to use it. So in this case, we're using tangent to find the opposite. We have the adjacent side and we have the degrees. We're just going to go ahead and label that this is the adjacent side and this is the opposite side. Okay. Now, we know that the ratio is tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. All right. So that would mean that the tangent of 45 is equal to some number. In this case, we can just leave it as OPP over ADJ. Now, how do we isolate this? Well, to isolate this, we have to do the opposite of what is going on here. Now, the opposite of going on here is that this number is divided by the ADJ, which in this case is 30. Well, to figure this out, so whenever you're figuring out the top number of the ratio, you go the tangent of 45 times 30 is going to give you OPP, or the opposite. So now if we punch that into our calculator, I put this right here, okay, that's easy. You hit the tangent of 45, close it, times the side we had, 30, and we hit equal. Well, it gives us 30. I don't know if you can see that, but that's telling you that the answer is going to be 30. So this side is actually 30. Okay? Now that is if you're going to find the top number. If we're looking for the top number using the ratio. It's the top number. Now what happens if we're trying to find the other? Well, let's flip this and get rid of this sheet. Now in this one, okay, we actually got to find the adjacent. That's this side here. So if we look at the formula or the ratio again, it's tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. We need to find the adjacent. So let's label it first. Let's give this an angle of 50. Okay. So we need to find the ADJ, which is the bottom. So how do you flip this? Well, let's just first put in the numbers we know. It's the tangent of 50 is going to equal 18 divided by the adjacent. This one's a little different than having to find the top number or the opposite. This one, these two can actually just switch spots. So the adjacent is then equal to 18 divided by the tangent of 50. Now plugging that into the calculator, hopefully you can see and it shows you all right. You clear it, okay? You go 18 divided by the tangent of 50, close the bracket, equals 15.103. So the ADJ here equals 15.103, or in our case, the ADJ equals 15. Okay? Those are the two different ways to manipulate that formula. If you need help, tell me. I'll break it down. We'll work through it. But I just wanted to make sure you knew how this actually worked. I've got to stop this.